I made this carpet. I, Maral Ella. I made it with my own hands. It is a good carpet, they say. If it pleases you, I am happy. To me, it is not just a carpet. To me, it is life. In its lines, I can see things that happened. I see them a little blurred because tears come often to my eyes. It was our first morning in Israel, high above the Sea of Galilee. My father and I got up early. I like to see the sunrise, and besides I had to prepare breakfast. My mother died when I was born. The village elders in Kurdistan said it was the work of evil spirits, but today I know better. My father is a pious man. He always says his prayers with the first peep of day. That day he was quite confused. In Kurdistan he knew well which way to turn for prayers, always towards Jerusalem. But here it was different. My father prayed with all his heart. Jerusalem was so near, and it was his first prayer in the land of the Jews. Soon my father got work down in the valley. Every day to bring him his midday meal. I loved walking slowly back up the hill, fresh with many flowers. But one day when I came back, I found a man sitting in front of our little hut. He was a chacham. That is how we call our rabbi. He did not talk to me, but I knew what he wanted. He wanted me as a bride for somebody. I was right. They were talking about a man for me. My father was not in a hurry to marry me off, but the Chacham was full of humor and Bible verses about marriage. So finally my father agreed. A young girl has value among Kurds. I did not hear what they said about the price. This was of no interest to me. I did not know what to think. All I knew was that I was a bride. Yes, I was a bride. The engagement ceremony was held on a Wednesday as customary, because on this day God made the great two lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. It was the first time I saw my future husband, Sabarat. To tell the truth, I liked him. He was gay and proud, showing the wedding ring to all friends as a proof of his intention to marry me. I was very excited. and I hardly felt that he put the ring on my finger and kissed my hand. But I felt the look of his eyes through the veil. I think he did see my face, because he smiled. At Passover, I went to Even Safir, where my husband lived. My father used to tell me about the prophets who preached in the Judean hills. Now I was to live in these very hills. They greeted me in a friendly way, as hills do to hill people. I would have liked to wave back in greeting, but I was afraid I would fall off the mule and spoil my fine wedding dress. Even Safir. Indeed, the sky is blue like a sapphire, and the sapphire is a good stone, so good that none of our people ever see one. Shabbatai waited for me on the roof of our future home. He stamped his foot strongly to show that it was a solid house. Everybody loves the old customs, though the mule did not care too much. The entire village came to the wedding. Many also came from the neighboring settlements to hear the 7 benedictions. During the ceremony, I noticed that my husband placed his right foot over my left foot, which we believe assures that the man will rule the house. I don't believe in this kind of magic. In any case, I slipped out of my sandals. I was a woman now. It was also written in the ketubah, the marriage contract. Though I could not read it, I felt that the ketubah gave me a new standing as a married woman. There are no sapphires in Even Safir, but you can find plenty of other stones. So our men have plenty of work to do. You have to hit the hills hard to make them give you fruit. I was not idle either. There was a lot to learn for me. Chedva, the social worker, helped me. She wanted me to become more modern, in a way. We live near the border. I think everybody in Israel lives near the border, but not everybody has to go out on guard duty. My husband had to go. The man in charge of security in the village thought so. He thought my husband had had enough of the honeymoon, and this night his turn came to go out to guard our village. We Kurds don't know fear. We trust in the Lord. And Shabbatai got a fine new rifle. In the morning, a friend brought me the flowers. I understood. Kurdi women never take part in a funeral. The widow only digs a small grave for her husband's clothes or shoes. And so did I, because I was a widow. A widow. A woman without a man, without value in the eyes of the village. Many people came to comfort me, bringing gifts. Chedva also came. She is a good woman who knows modern life. She brought me wool and a piece of material. She wanted me to work. I was not offended, because she does not know the custom, and we all like her. So I began to work. In truth, only my hands worked. The Lord knows they worked well. But who is interested in what a widow does? Nobody. Yet there were people who were interested in my work and in myself. First there was Chedva, and then all her friends. They thought I was very good at stitching and could even become famous in the city. They thought people would like to pay for my work, pay money. More money than a groom would pay for a young bride. Maybe they're right. Everything is different here, even for a widow. I made this carpet. I, Maral Ella. I made it with my own hands. It is a good carpet, they say. If it pleases you, I am happy.